But I mean, it's been over 30 years now. In that time between the original movie and the sequel, has this idea been discussed? Has this been like on the cards, or is it quite a recent sort of development that Maverick came to be?
Both. Yeah. It was in the cards, and it's a recent development. It happened about 6 years ago, 5-6 years ago, that we really got serious about making another Top Gun. So that's the process that we've been through for 35 years.
I mean, your career has just been this kind of unwavering commitment to just pure entertainment. Right from the start, just giving sort of audiences and fans and everyone sort of just what they want and just making sure they're entertained. Is that what you believe and what you hope your legacy will be as a kind of a producer in Hollywood, to just leave behind this kind of incredible series of entertaining movies?
100%. That's it. I love when a movie opens to stand in the back of the theater and watch people laugh and cry and cheer and just have a great time. We want you to walk in there, forget about whatever's going on in your life or in the world, and enjoy our 2 hours together, and then walk out feeling a little bit better than you walked in.
How tough was that balance in this instance of giving the fans what they want and making sure that there was that injection of nostalgia, and at the same time creating something modern, something completely unique?
It comes down to Tom's guidance and hard work, and the writers, and Joe Kosinski, we had Chris McQuarrie and Ehren Kruger. We had some fantastic writers that worked on with us. But it was through the guidance and the shaping that Tom helped, along with Joe and Chris.
Well, let's talk about Tom Cruise, because he is like I was going to say the last true action, also a movie star. I mean, but there are still great movie stars in the world, but there's something about him that has this kind of throwback quality where he feels like the last of a type of movie star. Do you worry at all about the future of the blockbuster, in the sense that kind of, because this felt like a bit of a throwback, but do you worry that films like Top Gun, Top Gun Maverick are not a dying breed, but do you worry that the next phase of the Hollywood blockbusters won't have that same quality that these movies do?
Not at all. There's so many talented directors and writers and actors that are going to make fantastic films that will only play in the theaters. You look at Chris Nolan's career, and you look at some of the others that are making great movies. That's going to, as long as and there's always new ones coming up. Look at Dune. What a great experience that was in the theater. So that's where we're looking forward to some of those great filmmakers.
It was great at the beginning of this to see Don Simpson's name come up alongside yours. I mean, when you sort of sit down to watch this project, is there something quite emotional about revisiting this when it's obviously been 36 years since the original? When it's, I don't know, it must take you back in many ways. Do you find it quite a moving experience to some degree?
Absolutely, it's a culmination of a long career, and I don't. Hopefully, it's not over, but it's something that is a completion of the Top Gun saga. And the fact that, Don was kind of watching over us, and as Tony Scott was watching over us, and they're both smiling right now.
We've obviously had Bad Boys and Top Gun sort of return after quite a hiatus. If you could make a sequel to any of your other movies, what would you choose?
It's hard. I mean, we're doing most of them. We're doing more Pirates. We're going to do another Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy. We're doing American Gigolo for streaming with John Barenthal. So we keep bringing these old movies back and working on them again.
Just very quickly before I go, I mean, obviously that's about looking back, but in terms of like the modern day, it must have been so great to get Lady Gaga on board to do this. How did that kind of collaboration come about?
Well, she had read a script, and we got called in. They played a song that she wrote for us, and I flipped. It was just Joe and myself, and Tom was in London with Chris McQuarrie, and we flew over there with the song. And we went up to Hans Zimmer's studio in Soho, and we played the song for the three of them. And I was really nervous that they said, we don't need a song. And they loved it. And as soon as the song finished, Hans goes on his synth and starts playing the melody of that song. And he said, we should use this for the Love Theme. So that was a great moment in my cinema history.
Brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Take care.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey You Guys, huh?
Hey You Guys.
Is that from the Goonies?
It is indeed, yeah.
Nice.
Hey You Guys!